to donate to our Proud Boys. They need all the help they can. And if possible, we could get everyone out here to come forward and donate. We're going to try to figure out something to put in or whatever, but all that money is going to go to protecting all of us. And they need that. All right.
It goes towards events like this. Every single dime we account for. We have a great process for it. The protection we have from whether it's pepper spray, body armor, to things like that, so that you guys can go home. At the end of the day, we want everybody to be able to go home. And we can't do that. We can't get to your vehicles. We can't do that unless we have the supplies. Okay, from first aid supplies to the things that we need.
We're dealing with someone. So
Beer. What do we crave? Beer. We want beer.
This is for the Proud Boy Armory. To exercise our Second Amendment rights. Self-defense tools. And if
oh, this guy's making a donation right here. Look at this. Oh!
We're not, this ain't no church show. We're not that it. We're just saying, because we've been deplatformed on everything from GoFundMe, we have a very, very difficult time in equipping so we can have soundstage crews, we can have safe events and things like this. Somebody take care of that, because I don't like to touch money. It's dirty. So, but it goes towards Portland Proud Boys. Really, thank you a lot. We can't do what we do without the help from everybody else. So, thank you so much. All right. It will come back for your safety, because we love to stand on the front line. We love to be your wall. We love to see people geared up. We like this kind of thing. It's great, and we appreciate it. And like I said, every single dime goes towards pepper spray, things that we need, whether it's body armor, helmets, first aid equipment, tourniquets, things like that. And like I said, this ain't no church. We're not taking offerings. We didn't want it. I didn't expect it to be like this. So I'm getting a little overwhelmed, because it's not what it was about. We were just saying, everybody asks, how can they help? How can they help the Proud Boys? They've always asked, how can we help? We said, buy us a beer and give us a hug. We've never asked for anything, and we're not asking now. But you know what? We do. It doesn't hurt. We do. And everything that is used goes, even the paintballs. You know, the little CS gas, they're $2.75 a piece to fucking have pepper spray. Okay? So anyway, that's what stuff like that goes for, so you guys are safe in a worst case scenario. Hopefully we never have to use it.
Exactly. Oh man, look, this is so awesome. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. We're gonna have one hell of a party tonight, I'll tell you that. You're speaking now? What's your name? Anita. Hey everybody, let's give this lady a round of applause. Let's go. All right.
Hello everyone. How about, can we say freedom? Freedom! Louder, so Dictator Kate can hear us. Freedom! I want to make sure her demonic minions hear us. No matter what, today is for us. I want to say thank you to the Proud Boys for letting us be here today, for giving me the opportunity to speak. My name is Yanina Brannigan, and I am one of the admins of Oregon Women for Trump. I am also the chair of the Polk County Republicans. And just recently, I was named Oregon's Assistant State Chapter to Blexit. You all know Candace Owens? And we will take this fight all the way to court. Your hate is not welcome here. So take a good look, because this is what a freedom fighter looks like. I have far more fellow patriots that you have paid writers. Dictator Kate, Ted Wheeler, Joanna Hardesty. Look at my face and never forget it, because I'm coming for you. Your loving hate of our state, our country, and our amazing President Trump will be your downfall. Dictator Kate and Ted Wheeler, you have allowed our state to burn, and we will never forget. Never! Now out to all my badass patriots. I will leave you with this. When God looks at you, he sees a warrior. You can see under the dictator's control. Hold every politician accountable to their constituents, especially if they are a Republican, because we voted for them. Why are they not here? They all had an open invitation to join us, to join the freedom fighters, and they are not here. They're cowering in their offices. Call them. Remind them who they work for. They are not rock stars and must not be treated like that. So last thing, go forth and fight like this is our last chance, because it is. Do it for God's glory, for our children, for our grandchildren, and for our country. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless America!
Fuck Antifa! 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 All right, let's get amped up. Let's go! Woo! All right, we got a guy coming up here right now who wants to give us some words of encouragement. Talk about BLM. So, what's your name?
James Sullivan.
James Sullivan. Here we go.
All right, hey guys, my name is James Sullivan. I'm from Utah. I'm part of the Patriot group that came up from Utah, the Proud Boy chapter. So, a Civilized Awakening, Blue Lines Unite Everyone, Concerned Citizens of Utah, as we've actually been going out and forming rallies and securing our great state of Utah, taking the narrative and the power away from Black Lives Matter, the radical left, and everything like that. I can safely say, as of right now, Utah is secure and the Patriots hold the stronghold in Salt Lake City. So just a couple names I just want to read off really fast. Black Lives Matter loves doing this, but these are names that they didn't care about. Bernal Trammell, David Dorn, Sequoia Turner. These are Black lives that were taken by Black Lives Matter activists, or the 95% of Black Lives Matter that is white. The radical left, this all started when the frontrunner of the Democratic Party right now, Joe Biden, said that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. You saw that the black vote went away from the Democratic Party the first time in 2 decades. You saw the Walk Away campaign, you saw the Awakening campaign, you saw black people, minorities, Hispanics, polys leaving the Democratic Party in masses. And what did they do? They weaponized a civil rights movement. They weaponized black oppression that starts in their cities. And a week after George Floyd, or the week after he said that on the Breakfast Club podcast with Charmaine the God, George Floyd was killed. And then that was put on the media for 24 hours for 2 to 3 weeks, and they started lifting up Black Death. And you saw the black vote go back towards the Democratic Party, but not at the rate that it did before. So I would like to say this about Black Lives Matter: as a black man, as a person, is to spread the oppression, the manipulation and oppression that they have in their own cities, like Chicago, New York City, New Orleans. It is to spread that oppression all over America. My brother John Sullivan, he was an Olympic hopeful. He was a speed skater. He started 2 third-party logistics companies. He was conservative, and they manipulated him. And Black Lives Matter came to Utah. He was at the D.C. Capitol saying he was going to pull the president out of office. That black man, that was my brother. He was raised by Lieutenant Colonel John Sullivan. I saw firsthand as the radical left radicalized and manipulated my brother into self-oppression when capitalism gave him everything that he holds dear. It is very dangerous, it is very scary, and it's something that we have to unite as Americans, not as blacks, not as whites, not as Polynesians, but as Americans. We have to come to the table as Americans and sit down and figure out our nation's problems, because we can't rely on the government. Trump is great, but as Americans, we have to stand together and fight for what we know is right. So, one people. We are Americans. If you go to France, if you go to Germany, if you go to Iran, if you go anywhere else, they don't call them black Iranis, they don't call them black French, they call them Frenchmen, and they call them Irani. They don't, and America has to be the same way. I am not an African American, I am an American. Thank you so much, guys. to Life's Awakening. We support you.
All right, I got one more for you. Oh, two more actually, but part of your security has been key to this whole thing is those guys that live in the gray, they live in the dark, you don't even know they're around. But they also need people that are interested. You got to feel called. Like I said, how do you become a Proud Boy? Curb. Because you don't make it through our vetting process. Not everybody can be a Proud Boy because it takes a particular character. You got to know how to drink. You got to know how to fight. We're just fun boys. Fraternity. We're a men's fraternity. But we have some really serious guys because sometimes we're not so serious. We're not so serious. We like to pull pranks. So, but we have some guys that are very, okay? God bless.
One more thing. I want to thank the Proud Boys. I've worked with these guys several times now, and you guys are just fucking amazing.
Okay, I got a question to ask you. Okay, so say I wanted to be a 3%er. Sure. You know, not everybody can be a Proud Boy. So, and some people have more skills than others. You guys have great skills, obviously. So, how do we get a hold of you? How can we say somebody out here feels called to be part of what's going on and wants to bundle up?
Mateo, where you at, man? I need you up here real quick.
How'd you get your ass up here? My president. See, I have a president. I have somebody I answer to. You know, and wherever you are, Mateo, get your ass up here. So how do we get a hold of you?
AP3.net. AP3.net. Submit your name. We'll find you.
If you're into security and you're into being for real, and you feel safe here today and you're interested in it, and if you're a man, you can go proudboysusa.com, go to local chapter, and you can connect. You'll get an email. A recruiting officer will get in contact with you. But AP, all right, do it one more time.
3%, AP3.net.
There you go. So if you want to be part of that and you want to be connected and you got a calling, because you have to have that calling, that spirit of 1776. Hell yeah! All right.
Yeah. All right, so we got some guys that are trying to sneak in right now. I just got word from the police. They're going to come in and try to agitate shit. Don't touch them. Who do we got next? Oh, shit.
Do you have enough beer? Do you have everybody good to go? You got enough water? If you don't,
Actually, who's got a beer? I need a beer. Who's got a beer?
I got a beer.
Oh, I can't do that shit.
So heavy.
Hey, well, when do you guys take our picture?
Claw in order. Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Rex Fergus. I'm the president of Proud Boys. All of them. So I just wanted to talk real quick, like we talked about earlier. There's guys that are serious and there's guys that aren't so serious. What I want to talk about today is a serious problem that we've been dealing with for a long time in this country, and I don't think the people address it enough. We've been casually ignoring the problem. It's gotten so out of control that our children are casually throwing around names and words without even understanding their true meaning. I go to nice family restaurants and I see people throwing this name around and pretend as though everything is just fine. What I'm talking about is boneless chicken wings. Growing up in America where they call things the wrong names. I don't...
We're here for peace! Peaceful protest, please! That's what we want. Don't get me started. We're going to chase them out after we finish this. We're going to chase them out to Canada. Fuck them. What happened to America being angry coming over? What happened to that law? What happened? What happened to law? Don't hold it the right people.
What's going on?
They were looking at other
Right.
Oh, wow. America and the 40 right now. are those cops?
I think he's with us. I don't
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, you're with us? Oh, all right, bro. Okay.
Tell some guys that if anybody needs a shield, yeah, this is for you. Here. What we want to do is have this is for protection. They're not weapons. They're just something to be used to protect yourself. If somebody comes, if a domestic terrorist comes and tries to assault you, they're not bulletproof, but they'll stop a ship balloon or a paintball or a baseball bat. So yeah, anybody who needs one, I've got the first 30 people who want them.
Milkshake just fucking pops in front of those things.
You could have broken them. And they're yours to keep. A gift from me.
Huh? Are you the guy from the garage?
Yeah, just don't bump up on me. I'm trying to watch everybody. It's all right.
No worries. Thank you.
All right.
Let's hope we can change all of that so everybody has a car. Yes, right.
And that granola bar helped. I was they just want to make it fit. Woo! Yeah, he's got a First Amendment right. You can say everybody else
This is my plate carrier.
clear the road.
Yeah, I might go get my car. I'm parked at the hotel. Hey! Hey, back pocket! I want it!
Revolution. Whatever side you are
That's
on,
about
it
it.
is definitely a revolution. Huh? No, it's not. It's actually going to late 30s, 40s, fighting the person.
Yeah. So you know all about the brown shirts, right?
Brown shirts?
Yes. Have you actually read it? Or do you?
Yes, I have.
She would have said Italy. Because Nazi brown
Italy
shirts.
was part of the World War II.
No. Nazi brown shirts.
Clear the road. Everybody out the road.
And they use the exact same tactics.
I'm not supporting Antifa. I'm supporting that. But yeah. So that's all.
But it's not though. It's not though.
Do you have any outside fascism?
No. Nobody here is fascist. Nobody here is for.
Do you know what Antifa stands for?
It stands for anti-fascist.
So
you know what Nazis are? Are you a socialist? That's a yes.
I like socialism, yes.
Okay. Do you know what Nazi stands for?
National Socialism. You can go into communism, and a lot of the time, communism is just
No, the only difference.
But in theory, it's a great system.
The only difference between socialism and communism is in socialism you're still stupid enough to think they're actually representing you. Let's go! Who's got you?
Brother, I love it. Just chill, man. I come over because I hear you screaming.
I don't fight with females.
I want to find that guy Sam.
Over there, man. Hey, let's go on the road. Keep the fucking road clear.
What do you think
I'm gonna go take a piss. We get in there and we're like, what the fuck is going on? These people are weird. They look like us at all. We're like, and it smelled like super bad. We're like, what the fuck is it smell?
They know. Haji. We lovingly call him Haji. Okay? Behind the scenes, behind the network, behind everything going on, that thing, besides Dan Choose. Because he think, but this guy right here, this is part of his vision. Okay? And we help support that as far as the Proud Boys. He had a vision a long time ago. We have one more thing that we want to do for Mateo. My president. Okay? My president. President Trump, of course, but in Portland, this is a man, okay? He has a vision. One day we're gonna have a parade.
Amazing. Yeah. It really is. Truly awesome. Yeah. You guys gotta understand, this is one of the things that they fear the most, is this community coming together. Us as local Oregonians especially. In this time, we have to come together, and we will. We will.
Roger!
All right, right, guys, let's hear it. Trump 2020. Trump 2020. Trump 2020. Trump 2020. Now give me a hooroo. And I'm proud of your boy.
Thanks, you guys. God bless the Proud Boy.
Is Portland Strategic Planning Officer. I want to hear everybody clap for him because the reason that all this is going on the way it is, he was a mastermind behind those scenes. So,
All right, let's get some music on. Let's have a party. Connect. Make your network. We're going to do it again and again and again.
Guys, let's do it.
You got that right.
After we keep that out over here, we're going to
Thank you for coming. We love you.
So I just want to clarify something, which is that when this copyrighted music is playing, I can't be anywhere near it, or else basically Facebook will like cut my feed. So it seems like they're basically wrapping like the speeches and then doing kind of music. But in any event, I basically can't be near the stage, or else the live feed will automatically cut. With that being said, I'm heading back toward where there was a little bit of some issues, where there were some press who they seem to believe were leftists, who they were kind of arguing with before, and I see that there's still a lot of people in that area. So I'm going to kind of check out what's going on there.
Let's just leave her alone, you guys.
I'm wearing a sign saying Black Lives Matter. It's fucking ignorant. That's cool. It's not alright. It's not okay. No, I know. Okay. Take it. See, now that's too with you.
That's why I think everybody's gonna watch your back.
I see you. You know, like some of my best friends, we started with a fight. We're best friends.
That was hilarious when they came
I'm still live.
What?
I'm still live, just so you know. No
saw-
problem. You can say whatever you want. I'm just saying it.
Oh no, it was just hilarious when the 3%ers were trying to kick you out and the Proud Boys were good.
I assume he doesn't have but yeah, that's good.
I could almost feel it.
No, I spoke to Alan was originally he believes he has a warrant out. He was originally going to come here, but then he told me that he decided against going out. That's quite a big thing.
We're working on a busy bison so we can stop being called fake friends. Just like who we are.
That's the police roadblock, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I didn't drive here, so I don't know what's going on. Come on, Chef, shot with it.
Yeah, I don't know. And they're playing Michael Jackson. Right. Well, I think I'm going to move back over again to that side. But like, I don't think it's going to be fine. 777. Anything fun going on over there?
Yeah. Leo's heading down there. She's gonna let me know.
Sorry?
Leo's heading down there. She's gonna let me know.
Okay. I think I'm probably going to check it out.
All right.
It's just nothing.
I think that you have to be, again, even if you're not intending that to be, you have to be aware of the condition of society, and that word is used so much. We don't even care about it. Whatever your definition of Nazi is, like, call me it. I don't care, because I'm not a racist. I'm not a person that's a National Socialist. I don't support the Nazi Party of Germany. I don't support the American Nazi Party. I don't support any of that ideology. So when I hear somebody calling a Nazi, because we hear it almost every day, it's a meaningless word. So you tell us somebody's a Nazi, you're using a label. Tell us the action that person did that makes you think like that. Let's have a discussion about it. Because the left tends to throw these slander labels out and it ends discussion. It ends homophobic, transphobic, Islamophobic, Nazi, racist. We're sick of it. We want to talk to you guys. And I am one of the people that's out.
It's not true. You saw what happened. None of the Proud Boys wanted to talk.
That's an extreme, an absolute statement, and that's not true. Really. But I will agree with you. There's a lot of people on both sides. There's a lot of people on both sides that are not wanting to talk. But I have been out here for months trying to get both sides to talk. You know that because I've reached out to you many times, and we have had good conversations. So
talking usually goes nowhere, though.
that's not.
Usually goes nowhere.
You cannot get mad at them for not being willing to talk, and then say that you believe talking goes nowhere.
If you were to bring
double
Eric
think.
over here right now and we were to talk, he is not going to change his fascist beliefs by me talking to him.
I don't
not
know
at all.
Eric. If I knew him or anything about him, I'd try to get him over here and try to get a dialogue with you guys.
I know exactly what he believes because we pay attention to him.
So,
and when we
so
point
you're
him out,
calling him. You're calling him what?
He's a Christian identitarian. So like he believes in a white ethno state, but a Christian-based ethno state. He goes by OLPers and he rolls with David Willis. And y'all roll with
let me
David
ask you
Willis.
this: I don't believe in that. I don't believe in an ethno state. I've looked through history, and you see every time that we have a multicultural society throughout history, Greek, Rome, Babylonians, every time it causes major problems. I don't know how to deal with that issue, and to ignore to attack minorities and try to get those people out of there. I'm with you. But if he's just holding a belief, if somebody says like I'm a national socialist, until you actually start hurting people or trampling on other people's rights, you are free to be a dick.
What do you do when white nationalists gather together and they grow in power? What do you do? You just let it happen?
That's my answer to that.
That's what's happening.
Let me answer your question. I told you that I'm an idealistic anarchist because I want a world where we don't have rulers. A world with rules but no rulers. But it doesn't work. Human condition doesn't allow it to work. So to live.
I don't want to get in a big philosophical debate on ideology because we can go on for hours.
But that's my answer to that question. That's my answer is how do I stop bands of Nazis getting bigger and bigger and bigger? We have to have the smallest government possible to stop them from doing that, but also keep the government from getting so big that it's basically them.
Okay. Yeah, I have a rebuttal for that, but I do all right too, aren't you? You're a Cali boy.
That's postmodernism. Yeah. And it's ultimately the belief that words are meaningless. It's just a Western power struggle, and that the only thing that really happens to change the world. Your belief that you're expressing, the belief that you're expressing is that violence is the only tool we have to change society. You have to make the decision. Either we're going to have conversations, and we're going to try that until all else fails.
He's got some serious racist beliefs. That's what the shirt is. There's no.
We have to have these conversations.
Get rid of these guys.
If we, huh?
You gotta get rid of guys like this.
Are you intending to do him harm?
No, I don't think so.
Don't hurt him, okay? We're having a conversation. It's civil, so.
I mean, it's my method to get harmed by my presence.
Yeah.
Don't try to intimidate him. There's no reason to. We're having
Yeah,
a discussion.
He's not. I'm just giving him shit because he's probably racist.
Just let it go, man. I don't go out there and try to attack or try to provoke every Antifa or Black Lives Matter. We're holding this event, agree with their nasty beliefs or accept them.
There was like 40 Proud Boys. They've been on video talking about how they're not going to instigate violence, and then they pushed me out.
How can we find a peaceful society unless we find common ground to start from?
Common ground for what? I'm not
This
find
event
ground.
is talking
I have
about
Muslim friends. I'm not going to agree that the shit that you guys talk about Muslims.
Did you listen to the speeches up there?
No,
he just
because
talked
they say
about we
something
need to
different
stop
what they
being
really
Black
believe.
Americans and white Americans and Muslim Americans. We need to be Americans and band together.
Can be ignoring differences. That's all that is ignoring differences.
No, it's not. So often, you guys are the ones that are saying that anybody acknowledges a difference in race is a racist. What if you tried and you tried and you tried and it took this long until you met somebody like me that'll give you a chance to talk?
And George Soros isn't gonna save you either, man. George Soros not gonna save you. You can't be a communist and an American at the same time.
You know he's already paid me for a whole year,
If you're a
right?
communist, then we got a big problem.
You know Soros
big
already
problem.
paid me for the whole year.
Are you a communist?
Listen to this.
Are you a communist? Do you consider yourself a communist?
This whole crowd and all these
Don't worry
people
about
that.
it.
Like at least half
All right.
here.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, you gotta admit on the other side that almost everybody that's white is a racist. There are people that do that. So we have to start that and stop judging harder from the best people and harder from the worst people.
The vultures!
Vultures! push me out instead of addressing the Nazi. That's pretty fucking.
Who you calling a Nazi?
I was talking about Eric that rolled by in a bike earlier.
Hey man, it's not 1942 over here. You're not in
I got
Berlin or
pushed out
somebody
within like 10 minutes of being here, so how would I even know?
And
that shouldn't have happened. And that shouldn't have happened.
Definitely communists like you. Are you a communist? Please answer the question. You're not a communist? All right.
Good. Having this conversation with me. I love that conversation when I originally mentioned with you at the Apple Store. That was one of the best conversations I've ever had. I never get to actually talk to leftists and have them be honest about their beliefs and actually discuss them. You were vulnerable and honest with me. You told me all the things that you believe in, even things that would get you targeted as a bad person. You were honest. Like, I believe this. I stand for this, and I respect that in you. And I want to keep having dialogue with you. If we don't have this dialogue, the people that don't have this dialogue are going to fight.
Antifa got caught. So you are a communist.
Sometime to talk about it.
How is that going to address it? There's hundreds of people out there ready to mass murder because they think
informing people actually does help. Informing people actually does help. We can talk about how it was a strange circumstance. There was a weird. It's
not strange at all.
There was. I'm going to
totally
explain
normal.
why it was a weird circumstance. There was a weird dry spell with a crazy wind storm that came across the West Coast, all arrested for starting arsons, and then that is all during the high tension of the last couple months of riots and we'll call unrest demonstrations every night for more than 100 days. People are on tense and scared, and when over 200 fires start on the West Coast separately in one night, people start getting scared. There were looting in small towns. People were doing home invasions in small towns. People
that shit happens every day. That's
so
not our
we
side.
should have these conversations, and I can give you the conservative point of view on it. And I'm not even a conservative, man, but I understand it because I take the time to. But and you can give your more left perspective on it, and we can talk about that. I have not seen any evidence of Antifa starting the wildfire. There is this to the protest downtown, the Antifa Black Lives Matter.
But you can't say the people who touched me, they tried to rip my fucking GoPro off my head.
And we stopped you, and we stopped them.
Not really.
Why they try to do that?
You're not beat up.
Because the cops were there.
You're not beat up, John.
I didn't get hurt, no.
I was right there.
But how is that different from like 30 people yelling at 4 people to get the fuck out of downtown without touching them?
It happens less and less. Remember at the beginning of the protest when it started to get rowdy?
Is it really a rumor when there's actually been connections?
No, it's not a rumor. It's going to become a reality.
Here, honest question.
Did you listen to any law enforcement?
I've heard it, and I'm asking you a question. Is it rumor if there is actually ties between a person, one of those people, and Antifa? Is it no longer a rumor, or is it factual?
If somebody starts a fire and
they have direct ties, and they have direct ties to Antifa.
There's videos, man.
They have direct ties to Antifa, and there is evidence.
There is
Yeah,
evidence.
but that hasn't really happened. They didn't.
No,
You're responsible
Are you
for
talking about the
that.
guy in Paula?
Hold on.
Catch him on his
I
word.
will. Give me a second.
All right, catch him on his
So
word.
it actually is true.
So you guys are all bootleggers, right?
Hold on, no.
So all the cops have said,
why do you gotta
There
do
you
that?
go. I haven't insulted you.
We're
the
American
police,
nation
anything
in
they
this
say
Hold
is
on.
like
Hold on.
gospel.
Answer the question, because you said it's untrue, but I actually have it on good authority, and I talked with the person that actually has evidence that connects people that set wildfires to Antifa. Direct connections.
Which one?
Several
One
of
of the
them. I
14?
don't remember their names
You
off
want
the
to
top
make
of my
a
head,
bet about it.
But was it one of the 14 that were arrested, or was it
on what this
separate?
guy's
of the
saying?
several people arrested.
See, that's not true.
It
That's not
is.
true.
Let's bet on it.
You can
Let's
say
bet
it's
on
not
it,
true, but
motherfucker.
Are you talking
Let's
about the
bet
guy
on
in
it.
Paula?
$1,000.
Are you talking about the guy in Paula that tried to set a fire on the side of the freeway?
Let's bet on it.
There's several people-
$1,000.
So a investigative journalist has actually connected ties, has the evidence and the information.
Are the cops lying?
Are the
Do you think
cops
the cops
lying?
are lying? Like there's like a dozen law enforcement agencies that all said,
Listen, Antifa said we're gonna burn the country
the
down,
news-
and they
the news
burned the
has.
country
They never
down.
said
The news
Don't
has.
play where? Let's make
they
a
said they were
bet.
gonna go burn down. They start
Yeah,
wildfires.
tweets. There's tweets.
This is why I don't want to have a
They said it
conversation.
again, man.
I'm gonna
They
go.
said it again, man. You're not a man of your word. You're not even a man. You don't even have a word, man.
We just talked for 5 hours
Yeah,
now.
he
He wants
just
to go.
talked
okay.
and he just got the fuck out of
Fuck,
here.
dude. Are you fucking kidding
So
me?
the person
Hey,
that
don't
I was
talk
referring
around
to
the subject.
is actually
These guys
Steve from
are
PT News
communists.
Network,
We
who
don't
actually
need to talk
has a
around the
conservative media
subject.
channel.
Our guys did this, your guys. No, we're fighting communists. We're gonna purge those motherfuckers.
Exactly. She's not slowing down much at all.
Hey, are you guys sticking around or are you leaving?
Huh?
I'm live, by the way. I'm not trying to wait. Are you guys sticking around or are you leaving?
Are you a murderer? I don't know. Where's everybody going? What are we doing at the bar? Where's the Proud Boy party? Raising at 5 and 6. I don't want to quite leave yet. So they're not. They didn't even say Bob. The caravan went south. They went out of
grip
south.
on it right here. Look. Hey. They're going down south.
Let's go downtown and fuck some shit up.
No.
We don't need to do
Pull your hair out of it. I know it's still hurt. You're out of the face. It's in your lens.
The grandparents are like,
there you go.
$100
No, you don't want it out of the mask, then you can't see.
Not some slum party. That is my first kind of like poisoning. $1,600. That place is.
There it is.
I don't even know what it looks like.
I mean,
maybe not personally, not awesome, but
It's but like it won't be long till.
And I think there's both sides now.
I wouldn't leave.
They only got one way back in.
Good. I'm gonna
I love it. I chose the leftist dude, and I remember having
Bye, John.
He was getting threats from them.
Okay, so for right now, it seems like people are pretty much wrapping up to leave. I see that the stage is mostly disassembled, and there's like one last kind of group of, I guess, Proud Boys near where the stage was. So I'll go say hi to the, film that, and
It worked out really well for Ford, so that's also good news.
So I'm gonna just see what's going on there, but I'll probably else is going on in the city. Obviously, this has just been the right-wing side pretty much for the most part here, and just some people who kind of came in, a few, I don't even know if I'd call them counter-demonstrators, but a few people kind of on the other political side who sort of argued with them, but certainly not a mass counter-demonstration here.
Yeah, we're seeing the violence towards conservatives. How would you say that?
I mean, I'm saying it's exactly what I said.
No, I don't spell it wrong. It's just the markings on the okay, nice meeting you. And then you got this tiny film. You gotta get the big one.
I don't know where to put it.
Look at this. It's still young.
It destroys your pocket, and it's like carrying
I'm
a
sorry.
brick
I'm
around.
sorry.
Like carrying a TV.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I can't do the big one.
I told you, man. That's what
I'm a
she
little
said.
guy anyway.
You sent yourself.
Look at all these cameras.
Sorry. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Enrique, I know you just did an interview, but could you
I
just
gotta
give me
do
a
one for you.
very quickly.
He's got 2 questions. Okay, let me get his 2 questions and I'll jump on you right now.
Alright, so I don't want to spoke. I've been listening to all that. I've been listening to
Everybody's
all
trying to
the
rough me up.
everybody else.
Right.
Ask me for the most part.
So you're gonna ask me new questions now.
But just a little variation. So
go ahead.
I came out here to check you guys out.
Okay.
And now after seeing everything, it's completely different from what I was expecting when I came out.
Okay.
I'm wondering. Now you knew a lot of people were gonna come out today. You knew a lot of press was gonna come out.
Yeah.
Was it for publicity to show a different side, or is this really what it is?
For
Is it what? What they call them?
Travis, you on phone still?
We're going home.
Yeah.
That was the whole goal.
Yeah. And that's what we'd like to do.
Go home from work.
Thank you.
That was our goal.
Will you?
We know there's
You're gonna use your contract there to offer Travis.
Oh, I don't think I'm. Yeah, they're gonna get a whole bunch of different. If somebody were to say, "Hey, well, you're doing this for publicity," it's bullshit. I actually.
Well, I'm not saying you did.
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying if anybody says that, you know, and I completely know that you're not. But if somebody were to say that, I hope they hear the passion in my voice when I speak and the passion in the words that I say, because I actually do believe that there is an issue in America right now. There's a group of people that are actually trying to enact political change through violence, and it scares the shit out of me, to be honest. Not a lot of things scare me except needles, but that does scare
So no vaccine for you?
No.
No COVID-19 vaccine?
I turned into a little baby. I got the only tattoo that I have is my frat boy tattoo, right? And I was gonna get another like family tattoo right here, and I actually got it here in Portland when I came, and I look like what's her name, Rose from like the Titanic. They put me on the.
What's gone on with the police on all this?
I think the police have done an excellent job of keeping both groups, defending free speech per se on both groups, because we haven't seen, besides a couple of doxers that have been around, we haven't really seen Antifa around anywhere, so they've done an excellent job. And I think that has to do with the state of emergency that was declared yesterday. I think Kate Brown did an amazing job by declaring the state. Terry Shrunk Plaza, just to throw them off a little bit, but it's like playing, like I said on stage, it's like playing paper, rock, scissors with somebody that always fucking throws out paper.
All right, fair enough. Thank you.
Just a couple of questions. I'm with the Swedish news.
Awesome.
Okay, so it is true that basically a lot of people are kind of getting into their cars to leave. So at this point, I'm going to cut the live feed so I can kind of look at Twitter and see what's going on kind of in the rest of the city. My understanding is that, of course, anti-fascists gathered at a completely different spot. And so there really hasn't been much or any permeating between the two sides. There were a couple of anti-fascists who came over here and were kind of like debating and stuff like that, but it certainly hasn't devolved into any kind of violence. It's basically been, for the most part, a peaceful day with a little bit of pushing around and things like that. Frankly, mostly of press. So follow me on Twitter if you want, kind of moment by moment updates of what comes after this. But otherwise, I'll probably be live streaming a little later in the afternoon.